STEAMologists!
Oh, yeah!
We asked you to participate in a Bioart photography competition.
We wanted to see nature through your eyes. We had some incredible submissions.
It was so hard to decide whose was the best that we had to call him back up.
We sent all of your submissions to some art figures in the community. These judges scored the submissions based on 4 components.
The first one is subject. Is the focus of the picture clearly and creatively captured?
The second is composition, how elements like shapes, shadows, and colors are used.
The third is creativity. How original and out of the box was your idea?
And the fourth one is overall composition. The judges wanted to see a photo that was aesthetically captivating and engaging.
Let's take a look at your submissions with a really great original song by your favorite STEAM teacher, this guy.
This gal.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, how do we work this thing? Is this the front of the camera? Oh, it is.
Well, you know that it's time for competition. Let's grab a camera and set the composition. Head outside, yeah, we are on a mission. Gonna take a picture that leaves an impression. Bioart. Let's all start to have fun. Go out in the sun, take a picture for everyone.
Mom, I see a butterfly. Okay, I'll get the camera.
Well, let's see a picture with creativity. A flying chicken or something slithering. A dog with a towel or a cat with a bell. A tree, flower, frog, or a duck in a well. Bioart. Let's all start to have fun. Go out in the sun, take a picture for everyone.
I got it.
Bioart. Let's all start to have fun. Go out in the sun, take a picture for everyone.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Well, hey, STEAMologists! Our collaborator Kai here, and I get to introduce the top 15! But first, here are a few honorable mentions. Trinity Fulcher from Mrs. Lindstrom's 3rd grade at Sunny Slope sent in this amazing picture. What a treat! And Fisher McEnroe in Mrs. Morrow's class at Melrose. Look at that detail! Wow! Here's one from Hillcrest, Mrs. Wells' class by Savea Salgado. I call it fast food. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. Out of 152 photos submitted, Hillcrest submitted 46! Way to represent, Hillcrest. All right, top 15 time. Here we go. Oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, come on. First up is Lily Reed in Mrs. Houston's class at Hillcrest. Don't go painting waterfalls now. Next is Reed Baumgartner in Mrs. Baker's class at Hillcrest. Woo, I'd jump in that lake. Pretty. Next up is Macy McKim in Mrs. Miller's class at Fir Grove. That cow is utterly beautiful. Get it? Next is Leland Jackson in Mr. South's class at Fullerton. Floating down the river. I like it. Ruby Sunderland is next in Mrs. Weaver's class at Hillcrest. Don't smell that sunflower too close. There's a bee in it. Next up is Miles Mabray in Mrs. Newman's class at Hillcrest. It's a frog on a pumpkin. Skylar Barney's next in Mrs. Waver's class at Melrose. What? She turned me into a newt. But I got better. Next up is Lainey Smith. Hi, Lainey! In Mrs. Schnorr's class at Hillcrest. That's a bullfrog, all right. Next is Paxton America in Mrs. Nadeau's class at Green. That is called a cornflower. Very pretty. Next is August Shute in Mrs. Remington's class at Hillcrest. Woo! That's a cool perspective on a tree. Next is Daniel Cutes in Mrs. Pettibone's class. at Eastwood. An apple a day takes a photo. Anyways, Claire Smith is next in Mrs. Houston's class at Hillcrest. Woo! That's a bumbling bumblebee. Next is Amber Marlowe in Mrs. Boyder's class at Eastwood. Check out that squirrel. I wonder what he's up to. Next is Hudson Moore in Mrs. Larman's class at Fir Grove. Whoa! Is that frog in the strawberries? That's cool. Next is Kenzie Nielsen in Mrs. Perot's class at Melrose. Look at those lovely pink flowers. Whew, I can smell them from here. Well, I wonder what time it is. What time is it, Steam Team?
It's time to announce our
winner!
Drum roll, everyone!
From Hillcrest.
In Mrs. Weaver's class.
Our winner is
Ruby Sunderland! Nice job, Ruby. That fine flower was really buzzing, cousin.
Thank you all for your participation.
We're looking forward to our next contest.
Steam on, Steamology!